The New York Liberty hands the Indiana Fever their second loss of the season, with many fans blaming the referees for their horrible officiating at the end of the game. So let's talk about it.
Stephanie White dropped the hammer on WNBA officiating after the Indiana Fever's heartbreaking 2-point loss to the New York Liberty, and fans are furious. "I thought she got fouled," White seethed in her post-game presser, her voice dripping with disbelief. A -31 free throw discrepancy over the last few games? That's not just bad, that's suspect. And she's not alone.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a system to making sure that we can send stuff in and communicate, our grievances, so to speak. I don't know that I ever feel like the system works. We're not looking for a change, we're just looking for consistency. I felt like the second half of Atlanta, at least at our place.
Fans are rioting online calling the refs corrupt, the league biased, and demanding the commissioner's head. One viewer blasted, "These refs should be fined and fired. The commissioner needs to go." Another scathing reply, "This bias is coming from the top. Is this just bad reffing or something worse?"
Clark gets to the hip. Clark dumps it off. Bonner blocked at the top. No whistle, 1 second left on the shot clock.
The final seconds were an absolute travesty. Caitlin Clark drove to the basket with 2.9 ticks left, got mauled by Natasha Cloud. No call. Replays showed obvious contact. Shoulder, arm, body, all of it. Yet the refs swallowed their whistles like they were paid off. And this wasn't the only robbery. Earlier, Dawana Bonner got clubbed on a layup. Silence. Then Lexi Hall was hit with a phantom foul on Sabrina Ionescu, gifting New York the game-winning free throws. "It's cheating," White spat. "Plain as day." Fans erupted. "They're playing against 7 players every game. So, was this game rigged?"
Point New York advantage. Clark sees 2 defenders, spin dribble, draws 3, loses the handle, turnover, New York back the other way.
The numbers don't lie. The Liberty shot 32 free throws to Indiana's 15. In a 2-point game, that's unforgivable. Even worse, the Fever outscored New York by 17 in the third quarter, proving they outplayed the champs. But when the refs took over, Indiana never stood a chance. "At this point, the refs are rigging games," one fan railed. "This is betting-level corruption." And with Clark's star power being ignored, some are asking, is the league sabotaging her? Conspiracy or just incompetence? Want more? Smash that like button, drop your hottest takes in the comment, and subscribe for the drama no one else will tell you. -31 free throws? White unloads on WNBA's broken system.
I thought she got fouled. I think it's pretty egregious what's been happening to us the last few games. The disrespect right now for our team has been pretty unbelievable.
Stephanie White went nuclear post-game, torching the league's officiating like it was personal. "There's a system to file complaints," she snarled. "But does it work? No." Translation? The WNBA doesn't care. Fans immediately backed her. "The commissioner is a joke," one ranted. "She hires these biased refs." Another added, "They're letting players assault Clark and calling nothing." White didn't hold back. "We're attacking the rim. Where are the fouls? So why is the league sleeping?" The disrespect is glaring. While Liberty players got ticky-tack calls, Clark got hacked all night. Double teams, grabs, shoves, nothing. Even her step-back 3 with a foul, which she drilled, felt like the refs threw her a bone to avoid total outrage. "They barely gave her that," a fan hissed. "It's like they're daring her to quit." And with a -31 free throw gap in recent games, White's egregious claim feels, "Understand. This isn't just bad reffing," a viewer wrote. "It's targeted. Is the league trying to silence Clark?"
One-handed dime to take the lead, but as soon as the Fever is starting to take over, the refs cook up some wild calls to stop their momentum.
And here's the kicker. The Fever led by 12 in the fourth. They outplayed the champs. But when the refs flipped the script, Indiana was powerless. "They gave New York the game and still almost lost," White mocked. Fans lost it. The fix was in. Others demanded investigations. Where's the NBA? Step in. With betting now legal, some theorized, this is money influencing calls. Is the WNBA's integrity under fire? Who's to blame? Comment below. And don't forget to smash subscribe for the unfiltered truth. Clark's welcome to the WNBA moment or a league-wide conspiracy.
Court offense, crossover move by Clark, thought about the step back. Boston this time driving to the paint, and an easy two.
Caitlin Clark didn't come here to be silenced, but the WNBA's refs seemed determined to humble her. She got locked up, haters sneered after the no call. Reality, she got fouled 4 times on one play. Watch the tape, fans shouted. Shoulder, arm, body, they're letting defenders mug her. Even worse, this isn't new. Clark's been taking beatings all season with minimal calls. They're testing her, one fan warned, but she's got the power to fight back. Will Clark force the league to change?
Point New York advantage. Clark sees 2 defenders, spin dribble, draws 3, loses the handle.
The double standard is staggering. Sabrina Ionescu flops, whistle. Aliyah Boston posts up, whistle. But Clark drives into traffic, crickets. It's like they're punishing her for being a rookie, a viewer baffled. Others agreed. The league's mad she's stealing the spotlight. Even White hinted at dirty politics. The disrespect is unbelievable. And with ratings skyrocketing because of Clark, the irony? The WNBA's own refs might be killing the golden goose. Self-sabotage much?
Well, you want to make Sabrina dribble into her shots if possible.
Mitchell gets behind the secondary.
But here's the twist. This injustice might unite the Fever like nothing else. Clark's already vowed, "We're 2 possessions from being 4 to 0 inches." Asterisk translation, they're close. And if the league keeps screwing them, the backlash will only grow. Clark's got the fans, one supporter roared. If the WNBA doesn't fix this, they'll lose them. Will the league listen or double down? The fix was in. Fans expose shocking stats that prove rigged game.
I thought she got fouled. I think it's pretty egregious what's been happening to us the last few games. A minus 31 free throw discrepancy.
The numbers from this game are downright criminal, and fans are crunching the data to prove it. Over the last 3 games, the Fever have faced a mind-blowing minus 31 free throw discrepancy. That's not just bad luck, that's mathematical proof of bias. How do you explain that? One fan demanded. Are we supposed to believe Indiana just forgot how to draw fouls overnight? Even more suspect? The Liberty shot 17 more free throws in this game alone, in a contest decided by just 2 points. That's not officiating, a basketball analyst exploded. That's fraud.
New York is doing a really good job of getting into the vision of Caitlin Clark early.
Clark steps on the...
And let's talk about Caitlin Clark's treatment, because the stats there are equally damning. Despite driving to the rim 12 times, Clark shot just 4 free throws. Compare that to Sabrina Ionescu, who took 9 free throws on similar attempts. They're refusing to call fouls for Clark, a former WNBA player accused. It's like they have a secret memo to let defenders maul her. The most outrageous stat? Clark has been fouled 23 times this season but only called for 9. That's a 60% no-call rate on clear fouls. At this point, a fan seethed, they might as well let defenders carry baseball bats. But here's the kicker, this isn't new. The Fever have been robbed in 3 straight games. Versus Atlanta, minus 11 free throw difference in a 3-point loss. Versus Chicago, minus 13. Free throws in overtime. Versus New York, minus 17 free throws in a 2-point heartbreaker.
I don't know that I ever feel like the system works. It's not looking. We're not looking for a change. We're just looking for consistency.
Wake up, people, a statistician warned. This is a pattern, not coincidence. Even more disturbing, the league's silence. Despite mounting evidence, the WNBA has refused to address the controversy. They think we're stupid, a fan raged. But the numbers don't lie. Think this is bad? Wait for this. But before then, hit subscribe before we drop it. The commissioner's dirty secret. Leaked emails expose WNBA's Clark problem.
And as much as I hate to say it, but the refs are trying to screw the Indiana Fever once again.
Rumors are exploding across basketball forums about alleged leaks from the WNBA office, and if true, this scandal goes all the way to the top. A source told me the commissioner hates how much attention Clark gets, a sports blogger dropped. They want to balance the league by slowing her down. While unconfirmed, the timing is undeniably suspicious. Why else would the #1 draft pick get 0 superstar calls? They treat her like a G League player, an insider mocked. Meanwhile, bench players on other teams get better whistles.
CC feeds AB with a one-handed dime to take the lead, but as soon as the Fever is starting to take over, the refs cook up some wild calls to stop their momentum.
The most shocking theory? Some claim referees are getting subtly instructed to let them play against Clark. Watch the games, a former ref hinted. The no calls on her are too consistent to be accidents. Fans are connecting the dots. April 15th, WNBA execs complained about too much Clark coverage in internal meeting. May 1st, new officiating supervisor hired a known critic of superstar treatment. May 24th, Clark gets fouled 8 times versus Liberty only 2 calls. This is textbook sabotage, a media analyst charged. They're trying to nerf her impact. Even more damning, the league rushed new freedom of movement rules this season but only enforces them against other teams. The hypocrisy is staggering, a coach whispered.
One pass shot, no pass shot, possessions for New York. Clark, step back 3. Oh, she hit it! And draws!
And now, the biggest bombshell yet. Vegas odds makers slashed Fever championship odds after the New York game despite their strong play. Bookies know something, a gambler warned. The fix is in for the whole season. With $2 million plus bet on Fever games so far, some ask, is the league protecting the house? Want proof? We're dropping leaked on more evidence. Smash subscribe or miss it. We won't be silenced. Fever players drop nuclear response to rigged games.
Full court as she initiates the half-court offense. Crossover move by Clark. Thought about the step back. Boston this time driving to the paint. And an easy 2.
The Indiana Fever aren't just whining, they're fighting back with hard evidence. Sources confirm the team hired an independent film crew to document every missed call. We're building a case, a staffer warned. When we're done, the league won't be able to look away. Even more shocking, players are wearing recorders during games to catch refs admitting bias. One official whispered, "Not again," when Clark drove last game. A source leaked. We got it on tape.
We do get to the fourth quarter. It doesn't have to be this close. But I mean, it was competitive basketball. We dug ourselves in a hole to start. We got back in it, tied the game up. Sometimes the ball just doesn't roll your way, but I think if we prioritize the way we start, it's going to be better for us in that fourth quarter.
Aaliyah Boston broke protocol post-game with a cryptic tweet. The truth always comes out. #free the game. Fans decoded it as a direct shot at the league. Meanwhile, Clark's agents are reportedly meeting with officials, a power move that has the WNBA panicking. Adam Silver won't tolerate this BS, an insider promised. He'll force changes if needed.
Here they come, Freddie's leading the team out. Make some noise for your Indiana Fever!
The biggest development. Fever ownership threatened legal action over gross negligence in officiating. We have betting data showing abnormal line movements, their statement threatened. We will protect our investment. With $100M plus in new Fever revenue from Clark, this is no bluff. They're playing with fire, a lawyer warned. One more rigged game and the lawsuits fly. Will the Fever force a referee reckoning? Stay tuned and subscribe for the fallout. You tell us. Drop your theories, rage in the comments, and hit subscribe for the drama they don't want you to see.